I'm using the cylinder mandrel to straighten up the barrel into the vise. I can't use the faces because they're not flat yet. I thought the top face was flat, actually the bottom face, this is the bottom face. It should have been flat because I use it as a reference for the bore, but it's not. The bore and the face of the steam chest are parallel, so I do need to take 3 thou off this face, which leaves a horrible burr the way I did it, so I'll try and do it a different way on the other end. Come on. Facing the valve gland manually. It's supposed to be parallel with the face of the barrel, but this casting does not have that much metal here, so it's possible they have changed the design in the decades since this particular one was cast. Clearance holes on the bottom for 256 screws. This is the same G-code as used before. I do seem to have terrible run out in this little chuck, so I may want to do something better with that. And these are tapping for 172s, which are teeny tiny screws. And then the valve gland hole gets put part of the way down so that there is space for the packing. 172, these are microscopic little tabs, but I've managed not to break any. These are not supposed to be screw holes, but they have turned out to be screw holes because my earlier steam chest errors left less metal in the steam chest than there really should have been. It probably won't matter. See, you can see they're coming through there when they shouldn't. And now we're going to do the slot for the end of the face. Or mill the valve ports. What? No, stop. Don't do that. Oh. Yeah, always load the right G-code. What the f***? As I was saying, milling the slot for the steam entry into the barrel. There's one of these on each end. And this is just a 1/4 inch end mill, and I use math to figure out exactly the depth I think I want. And that's the end result. Hopefully I can repair that gouge in the cylinder wall or work around it in some way. The other face is much less parallel and needs a number of passes. I'm using a 1/4 inch end mill this time, and making multiple passes in different directions to try and keep the burr from forming. And that seems to be successful, but I do end up with the overall barrel being a few thou under where it's supposed to be. The original owner of the kit, I think, started off by facing the other end to what he thought was depth, and I've ended up taking off more to make it up. So this barrel may need to be replaced, but I'm going to carry through to the end and at least get practice with it. They do still make this part in bronze, so if the worst comes to the worst, I can just buy another one and do it all again. If you're enjoying this build diary, please like and subscribe and make comments below, and I will answer your questions. There is also a playlist for this series. You will find a link at the end of the video. Thanks for watching. So I started doing the slot here and it wasn't cutting, and it's because I had forgotten to set 0 from the previous operation. Luckily I remembered how deeply I'd cut. And now we face the inlet manually. There's supposed to be more boss on this side as well, but the metal just isn't there. And I don't have a 5/16 end mill, so I'm going to just go in with a 3/8 to make it look somewhat circular. And hopefully that will work fine. And then these holes are going to be tapped. I didn't actually film the tapping of these this time. And there's just one hole on the end here for the steam inlet. This is tapping again for 256. And this is a through hole for a size of tap that I don't have. So we're not tapping this hole at this time, just doing the diameter. And it's the same on this hole. This actually goes, oh, I didn't tighten the collet. Well, let's try that again. This goes down to meet the steam port, and it also needs to be tapped and faced, but I don't have the tap for this, and I was too lazy to face it. There we go, we can see that's where the steam escapes. And isn't it very, very pretty if viewed from all of these angles? All of these operations are now complete, and this would work if I hadn't messed it up. That is just so annoying.